We can't read Human in Paris Sprite, so never mind.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think we'd be able to read it in time
It's
because that took
3,000
up
words. You put effort into that, actually.
quote unquote effort, and we have 10 minutes
Yeah.
left, so we just wouldn't have time. I think.
All right, look. If that's the
I
case, let's read the first chapter of Shattered Glass.
Can
Let's read the first chapter of Shattered Glass. I'll play myself because I have to. So
is it
who would
based
you
on
like
are playing yourself? You really are playing yourself.
who would like to narrate this one?
I'll narrate it.
No. Hold on.
There's not many characters.
I
saw that.
need Missy to narrate it, and here's the reason.
No.
No. I want you to narrate it for me, because you were my editor back in 2012. I didn't meet you till November, and had you met me when I wrote this story, you would have fucking killed me.
I would have like doxed your ass and like found out where you live and just beat the shit.
Do you
out of
not want to
Like, what the fuck are
narrate?
you thinking? I don't know. Maybe I guess. Alex, do you want to narrate? I was like, Alex seemed interested.
Gio just said, "Bring me in the call, and I'll narrate it."
You know.
Should I do that? Should I do that, Muggany?
I mean, sure.
Okay, we're bringing Gio in.
I'm just saying there are people who are way more interested in narrating it than me. I want them to do it. I'd rather people who wanna.
Hi, hello, Gio.
Hello.
Ew.
Yo,
How are you today?
Yo.
I'm alright, thanks. How was yours?
Oh, we're doing fantastic. We're about to read the worst story ever conceived. This is
Alright.
going to be
Not that bad.
embarrassing.
Oh.
All right.
So let me just catch up to where I need to be.
We're just on the first chapter. Don't even worry.
There's no
Right, okay.
backstory. You haven't missed the.
There's no context.
We good to go?
Yeah, go ahead and read the title and description of the story just to, you know.
Alright, Shattered Glass by Lucky 7. This is the first story I ever wrote, and I'm keeping it here to have a reminder of where I came from. This is my original story in all of its glory. Cancer. Enjoy. See, Colin. Edit. Apparently this description has to be longer to upload this. This should just about do it.
I'm surprised that was allowed on the website. All
Actually,
right. Okay. Okay. All right, it's time. Go ahead, start the reading.
Alright. Andrew awoke with a stir. He'd been having a wonderful dream, but inevitably it was ruined by his alarm clock. He wished he didn't have a job sometimes, but hey, it paid the bills.
Spelled paid
He
wrong.
decided he would turn on the TV and see what was on before he had to get ready for work, since his shift wasn't until 8:30 and it was only 7. He was flipping through the channels when he landed on a network called The Hub. He decided he would see what was on it. Couldn't be too bad, right? About a minute later, the commercial break was over and he was greeted with the image of what looked like an arena made out of clouds. He grew more intrigued and decided he would watch it. That's when Rainbow Dash flew into view and he realized what he was watching. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. His friends had told him about it, but he'd never got around to watching it himself due to work. After seeing the Sonic Rainbow, he finally uttered his first words of the day.
What the hell is this shit? It's official. My friends watch the gayest show on the face of the planet.
He turned the TV off and got out of bed to stretch and prepare for the day ahead.
Man, I hate work, but a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
He muttered to himself. He walked into the bathroom, took off his clothes and hopped in the shower. He turned on the water and once again found himself thinking about the show.
Man, I can't believe people my age actually watch this shit. What could you possibly gain from watching a show like that?
For some reason, he couldn't get the image of the show out of his head.
So stupid. I gotta admit, though, it's hard not to laugh at how stupid I was.
If it gets too hard for you, I can take.
I'll let you know. Yeah, if I laugh too much, please just take over. That Sonic Rainboom or whatever was kind of cool. I wonder what it would look like firsthand, though.
He thought to himself.
Wait a minute. Why am I even thinking about that? It's a show for little girls about ponies. It's stupid.
But yet he couldn't stop thinking about the show.
Get the hell out of my head.
It was as if he was screaming at his thoughts. After a few more minutes, he finally got rid of the image that had been stuck in his brain, and he hopped out of the shower. He wrapped a towel around his waist and walked over to the sink. He turned on the faucet, tap, and then grabbed his toothbrush. He wet
Gotta
the
love
end
how
of
it gives
it.
every little detail.
I know. It's like the intro to Birdemic where you just see him driving and doing all of his daily chores.
Oh God, it is. Oh God.
It's good. It establishes him as a sort of everyman.
This is why I hate men. No.
Continue, Gio.
He wet the end of it and put toothpaste on it. He started brushing his teeth, and after about a minute and a half, he rinsed off the toothbrush, then his mouth. He then took out his razor and was preparing to shave. He applied shaving cream, but the first time he moved the razor downwards, he cut himself on the left cheek. He screamed at the top of his lungs.
Fuck, that hurts. You know, Jack of a Few Trades told me that this story taught him how to shave. He's such an asshole. I hate him.
Hey, he gave me a morning routine.
I can't believe this is the first. Keep going, Gio. I'm sorry.
It's just so surreal. Why would you scream like
He
that
wiped
if
his
you're on
hand
your
his
own?
cheek. And to his surprise, when he pulled his hand back to his face, there was blood.
Why
Man,
is he
I'm-
surprised?
Man, I must have cut myself bad. Where in the hell is the peroxide? Oh, I didn't even do a proper ellipses. It's only 2 dots.
No, you put a comma.
And I put a comma after. Oh, no.
Fucking amateur.
I am an amateur for that one.
He trailed off. Normally, when he cut himself while shaving, he rarely bled, much like a paper cut, but this time was different for some reason. He decided that it didn't matter, and as soon as he was done applying the peroxide, he put a tiny piece of toilet paper on the cut and then resumed shaving. Now, it's well known that when putting peroxide on a wound, it can burn bad. This was no exception, and the second the cotton ball touched his cut, he felt like he would rather just let it become infected. But he decided against it, knowing that it would be a stupid decision. He
My
finished
face
fixing up his
hurts.
What is all this exposition, bro? Like, what was I thinking?
This isn't
Okay, that
even
worked out
exposition. Exposition involves like world building and character building. You're just going through your daily routine.
I feel like I must have cut myself shaving that morning and been like, fuck, I gotta put this in the story.
It's inspiration.
I don't know what I was doing the month after I graduated in 2012, but it must have been something stupid if this is what I wrote. Continue, Gio.
He finished fixing up his cut and ripped a tiny piece of toilet paper, just enough to cover the cut, off the roll. He put it on the cut, and once it was able to stay there on its own, he went back to the sink to finish shaving. He looked in the mirror to see if blood was leaking down, but it wasn't. He lowered his head for just a second to grab the razor when he heard something shatter right in front of him. He looked up at the mirror, but there was basically no mirror at all, just a few remnants stuck in the frame.
What the hell? Okay, it may seem weird, impossible, and ominous, but I need to stay calm.
He muttered
Wait,
to
I'm
himself.
No,
I'm
shut
sorry.
up. I'm reading. I'm in the zone. But
Okay,
still,
okay.
how does that even happen? Come on, use your brain, Andy. Oh, okay, it's probably just a manufacturing error.
Tried to reason.
What? What? With what? I'm sorry, continue.
He leaned over the counter to get a better look at what remained of the mirror, and as he was looking at the frame, he heard a whooshing noise coming from the wall the mirror once covered. He turned to look and noticed something terrifying. The wall was now black instead of its original beige color. It also seemed to be spinning slowly in a counterclockwise motion. Suddenly the whooshing noise got much louder, and it felt like a tornado was ripping through the bathroom. He felt himself being pulled closer to the mirror every second. He was too petrified to even move, let alone scream.
Come on, Andy. Think. How are you going to get out of this?
I like how you actually sound like you're in a bathroom.
Bro's having a Jimmy Neutron brain blast. Think. Think.
Oh wait, do I have another line? No, I don't. Okay, continue.
There was no getting out of it, as the vortex in his wall seemed to be spinning faster now. So fast it seemed that it was going faster than the speed of sound.
I'm very good at similes, by the way.
Great job.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's like when Dustin in one of our fucking emo and edgy stories wrote she faced off with the force of a rather heavy object.
That's really funny.
Continue.
Sorry, go ahead.
Where was I? Oh yeah. He had tried to retreat back into his bedroom and run out of the house, but the winds were too strong. Incorrect too usage there. It was as if a black hole had formed in his
Sorry.
wall. It was as if a black hole had formed in his wall. Soon enough, he could feel his skin being tugged on, and it felt like if he didn't give up and just let the vortex swallow him up, his skin would be torn clean off. He decided that it was useless trying escaping and let go of the metal banister he had been clinging to. He was sucked into the vortex, and he thought his life had come to a very unlikely, not to mention weird, end. He couldn't do anything as he floated through the void of nothingness. He went over his entire life, the moments with his family, all of his relationships, but the last thing to flash into his mind was none other than My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. He wondered what would happen to him now. Would he ever be released from this void, and if so, where would it take him? Home? A distant planet? Another dimension? All he could think of was where this void or wormhole or whatever was going to take him. Suddenly he saw a faint light. It looked as if he was about to be released, but he was still wondering if he'd be taken home or to a very far away, unfamiliar world. The light was getting closer, and he was silently thanking God, because to him, he'd rather wake up in a distant world than die a horrible death at the hands of a black hole. He was suddenly spit out, and the first thing he noticed was...
God. Holy shit, I'm falling! Oh my god, no, I don't want to die with a splat. I want to die with dignity.
He hit the ground, and
Like
everything
that.
went black. I guess this is the part where I leave an offers note. I'd like to thank another offer on this site, well, two actually, Gunsmith and Insert offer here. Without them and their stories, I would not have the guts to write one of my own. Please leave all kinds of feedback, praise or criticism, inform me of any errors, and overall just comment the hell out of this story. I'll be back with chapter 2 pretty soon.
I'm checking what these two wrote that could have possibly inspired me to write this, and I'm so sorry. If you two ever somehow see this, I'm so fucking sorry I mentioned your name in this story. Okay, insert author here got banned. Why'd they get banned? What happened? Oh, they passed
Well,
away.
that's not
That's
good.
really sad to hear,
Oh.
actually.
Oh.
What did they write, though? Oh, it was My Little Alicorn. I remember this story. I read this whole fucking story. Good lord, that has a lot of upvotes. And then what did Gunsmith write? They only wrote 3 stories. Oh, Just Dropping In. Yeah, I remember this story too. That's actually crazy.
So I always assumed Shattered Glass was meant to be like a vaguely metaphorical title that really had nothing to do with the story. I didn't know it had to deal with actual shattered glass.
Yeah, no, the mirror breaks, and that's how he ends up in
That's the crux of the
Equestria,
story.
unfortunately. How many chapters did I publish it? Well, I think this was the first chapter. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
This guy's comment. My mirror shattered in a similar fashion night before last, but sadly there was no interdimensional portal behind it, just a pane of rusty metal. And then his profile picture on Fimfic is like vaguely similar to Solar Flare's cutie mark, and that really weirds me out. Why is it so similar? What was the first comment ever on this story? I used to reply to comments with red text. It's over.
Oh, you were about as edgy as they come, man.
All right. Well, that was Shattered Glass. If anyone, for some fucking reason, is ever interested in reading the next chapter in that, please leave a comment on it. Like I said,
Or don't.
Like I said, I'm going to be rewriting that soon, but in my modern writing style, but with the same exact tropes and plot, because I think it'll be funny for something that bad to be written so well. So we'll see.
I'm now compelled to just eat shattered glass now.
Yeah,
Okay.
eating it would be more pleasurable than having read that story.